Hey everyone, Deathmerc here, and we're going to be playing some more Horde Lord. Talked to some of the devs. They recommended playing Endless Mode. They said it's a lot of fun. And, you know, I tried one. It's definitely fun. So we're going to play a little bit more, try this out. Harlan's not. So Endless Mode, you do have to re-unlock stuff just like in Horde Mode. I could go both ways, whether it's necessary or not, or whether there could be better opportunities for it. The other thing I talked about was weapons and cards with them. They did mention they were possibly going to release some information on cards for what cards are available, what tier, what rarity, and stuff like that. So that's really good. I really look forward to that. If they release that information, I think that'd be huge. I think it'd be really nice to know what options are out there, because there was a lot of cards that in normal mode I was running into, so I didn't know if those ones were more common or if just with Horde mode you don't have a lot of opportunity to try a bunch of different items. So yeah, we're gonna try some Endless Mode, take a look at it, see how it goes. Last time I was in Endless Mode, I ended up just creating a super like shovel build, which was kind of fun. So we're gonna see if I can figure out something else to work.
Threat level increase.
And then threat level increase is just what happens when new waves or new enemies spawn in, stuff like that. So it'll say threat level increased a lot here as we get farther up. We'll have to take a look at that. The other thing I noticed, there was some enemies that like get caught behind walls and stuff like that. So we'll see how they deal with that. Healing over max health contributes to 75% of the excess to armor, which is interesting. Honestly, we're gonna go armor. And movement speed while at or below health. Gain speed whenever you score a special. While in air, take minus damage. Let me try Windrunner maybe.
Double kill. Threat level increased.
And then tier 3, Devil's Box, alt attacks recharge 20% faster. Cool, but I don't have it. 50 max armor, so we're gonna go an armor build. We're gonna try and get as many things as we can to stack our armor up. Try and get ourselves nice and tanky.
Threat level increased. Double kill. Multi-kill. Double kill. Threat level increased.
Grenade launcher's a lot of fun. Spectral Shovel, Windrunner, Natural Born Jumper would be cool, but we're gonna do Windrunner for now. Gunslinger, Rate of Fire, Air Supremacy. So we're gonna go Air Supremacy.
Double kill.
Which I think Air Supremacy and Windrunner should be a nice balance in between. One of the things I noticed is that like the longer you go in these endless runs, it's nice to get certain combos and just certain combinations of things. But if you have the max cards you're gonna use, or you have them upgraded and maxed out, you're not necessarily going to probably come back and it feels like it's a lot of the same thing unless you're going for a super high score. You know what I mean? Like, this game is about chaos, octane, high energy, killing everything, run around being crazy, but you reach a certain point where you're like, okay, I've got every card maxed out. I don't need those upgrades anymore. Let me just kind of let them sit. Like, don't need to keep picking up the armor upgrades or the card upgrades or unique card upgrades. Don't get me wrong, it is nice, like, if you're not getting what you want and you want to change it up, switch it around, stuff like that, it's really nice, because Endless gives you the opportunity to really test things out and kind of see what's available or what your options are. But you also are kind of restrained to a smaller area until you run into some really hard enemies. Then you kind of, you know what I mean? Giving grabs. So this is really nice. You could get, like, Gibby an enemy grants 75% damage, plus there's other ones that give you even more damage too. So you can just keep boosting that. But right now I'm just focusing on Windrunner and Air Supremacy, which is going to just keep giving us huge damage boosts and reduce damage taken, which is going to be really huge. And you can just kind of fly through the freaking air, because why not? It's crazy. And then obviously, because of all these armors and stuff on the ground, we've got way reduced damage as well from that. So we're just reducing our damage, increasing our damage, because the other option we have, Air Supremacy, increases our damage when we're above our jump. So we're just getting a huge amount of damage, and then obviously the damage reduction with Windrunner, because while in the air we take minus 50% damage. So it's a really nice combination to have. Plus with our armor, I mean, we're able to pick up a hell of a lot of armor, which also gives us reduced damage. So we're just mitigating all the damage we can. Pick this up. Then we've got Spectral Shovel, so we can run around. We've got this for our bouncing shots.
Double kill. Threat level increased.
Then we can just kind of fly around, because why not? And then Play Color is kind of fun. Shovel Attack. So I had Shovel Attack on the last one with Shovel Speed, and it was kind of nuts. And now we're gonna go Air Supremacy. So that's kind of the nice thing about this game, is there are a few different builds that you can do, or a few different things you can kind of put together in fun ways. I'm curious how many different combinations you can kind of end up with. Just in endless mode, is there a bunch of different things that kind of add together to be really good, or is it just like 3 or 4 build options? And how much of a difference does it make? Does it make a huge difference in your survivability or in your damage? Like, how game changing are these cards? I mean, as you can see here, yes, I'm on easy mode, but I have 120 armor. I'm able to keep my armor relatively full. I'm able to kind of take a significantly less amount of damage, which is huge. So plus 100 max armor increases damage mitigation 50% to 100%. And then when I receive armor, I receive plus 33% from sources of armor. So that is just huge to make me up to 100 damage mitigation. Like, gonna be tanky as hell. Between that and then the being in the air taking reduced damage is just gonna make me very survive. Like, I should be able to survive a lot, which will be nice. And also, this music is such a freaking jam. Like, it gets your blood going, gets your blood pumping, and you're just ready to rip through all these enemies, which is kind of fun. Air Supremacy. So Chevolution I also had on my other, which was kind of fun. But 150 damage while being higher above ground than your normal jump. Plus 50% air control minus fall speed. So when I kill another enemy, you can see I just kind of float, which is huge, because then I can just stay up here and just kind of have the increased damage and reduced, like, increased damage reduction as well, which just is insane. Plus I have the armor perk and stuff like that, so that also is just kind of fun. Allows me to really be tanky and kind of just chill out. Once you go over shield, it slowly reduces itself down. So you can't just sit with like 200 shield. But like you can see now, I'm at 176. It's slowly going down. More of these are dropping, more enemies are, like, it just kind of keeps going. But like here, why would I switch out? I mean, if I found a better one, it would be one thing, but from here on out, I'm not going to switch out, so I'm just going to keep this card, and it becomes less useful to go back and look for other cards. Yeah, there's still a chance you might swap something out, but what's your likelihood, you know? Also, I had no idea that that was mega health. That is so much more useful than I thought it was originally.
Double kill.
And like here, my damage mitigation's huge. So I'm able to just kind of tank through things, which is ridiculous. I ran out of ammo. Oh no, what am I gonna do? Just pick up more. So now you run around, you keep killing things, you keep trying to survive, and figure out what else you can do. I am curious, like, the higher difficulty, does it just get you more, like, challenge, or do you get a higher spore multiplier as well? Because I suppose, like, you do this enough,
Double kill.
you're gonna want kind of a challenge to it, so you're not gonna want to keep going on easy mode. But like, why else are people kind of switching up, going into hard mode? You know what I mean? What's pushing people to the next kind of tier or level? That'd be something that I feel like the devs, you know, maybe they ask themselves or kind of figure out, like, why would someone keep pushing difficulties? Why would someone keep moving on or or even is it all about pride and hey, I'm so good I survived till wave 20 on a hard difficulty, or is there something else pushing it forward as well? Always things to kind of think about whenever you have difficulty or different varying options in your game, different opportunities. Like what makes it unique? Why would someone do one thing or the other? The other thing I'm wondering is why is my gun red? Going. The other thing I wonder is like some of these maps and items, like every third attack does 75% increased damage, and then every like kill or stuff, you could really boost your damage a lot. Oh shoot. That's the guy that always ends up freaking getting me killed. At least I learned more of what the gimmick is with him. A lot of it is dependent on if you shoot them, they stagger out of it, so then they can't kill you, like just by sucking you dry. Because those beholders, they will just take all your health and just kind of take you out.
Triple kill. Double kill. Triple kill. Double kill. Level increased.
And like I'm not doing super great because this is easy mode and it's only level like 18, but it's, you know, you gotta learn. Wow. That is a huge attack. It also uses a lot. Yeah, it uses a lot of ammo. But that's a heck of a freaking attack. Yep, I'm just gonna keep taking Windrunner. No reason to switch it up now.
But yeah, I like at this point, unless I see something crazy, and even then, I'm probably not gonna pick anything up because I've got a synergy going. So there's no reason to like get rid of my synergy unless I want to know how something else works. Which I don't know how you deal with that. You know what I mean? Like, how do you keep them using new items or keep them pushing forward? You can't really, because there's nothing like there's nothing to really switch out at this point. Probably found your items unless there's something super rare you're looking for in particular. So it's just now it's to the point where you're like, okay, grind out and see what you can get for items, like, or you see what you can get for score, I should say.
Double kill.
You're just searching for, okay, what can I do to get more score? How high can I make it? And there, I killed myself with my own bomb. Global rank 3, normal kill, double kill, triple kills. So there you go. That's a Windrunner airborne kind of grouping. And then we've unlocked the next area. So it's a fun game. It's enjoyable. I feel like I want to know what cards there are, what options there are, see if there's any more options, or maybe if they can add some more variety. Just so we see more cards more often. And the weapons, I don't know if they can really add variety to the weapons or not. Because the weapons are pretty set in standard areas, locked behind certain walls and keys, so you want to pick up keys and go certain directions in a certain order to kind of make yourself more efficient. Or if there's weapons you like or don't like, you can grab some, leave the others locked. But I don't know, I feel like it's, I mean, I've put in way over 6 hours. I wouldn't say way over, I've put at least 10 hours in, so for the price, absolutely freaking fantastic. And it's a lot of fun. If you're pushing leaderboards with friends, like, you're gonna have a lot of fun just keeping getting better and learning more, learning the enemies and stuff like that. So like, it's a good game, especially for the price. But to make it to the next level, that's just a couple points of feedback. And obviously sometimes making it the next level, putting more time and stuff like that, you're gonna spend more money, it's gonna cost more. So that's why maybe thinking for their next game, some items to include some just quality of life things, like seeing what monsters there are, seeing what cards there are, seeing what upgrades, some abilities, stuff like that. Just nice to have so you can kind of plan stuff out a little bit better if you decide to. But overall, I still think it's a fantastic game. I'm still having a lot of fun. I'm going to try and put out a couple more videos, but I'm probably going to do them over specific builds. So it's going to be sword build. It'll show what build I have, what cards are there available, and a couple waves played. They're probably going to be shorter videos, so they're not super long, so you can just see more options, see what this game has to offer, since the play style and the mode that it is. It's gonna be repetitive from a watching view, but it'll be fun from a player view. Thank you all for watching. Leave a comment for something you want to see, like or subscribe if you want to watch some more of me. But thank you all for watching. Have a good one.